I heard a quote that said, "You became who you needed to be in order to survive, but now you need to be who you need to be in order to thrive." And I really felt that because I know myself, and I'm probably not the only one. I feel like as a collective humanity, many of us have lived in a state of masking and been in a state of fear because we are in survival mode. And I feel that's probably for a number of reasons. I mean, right now, as a collective, I feel like we're in survival mode because of, inflation, housing prices, things like that. At least in my world, But there's also been a degree of survival with each other where we're masking and we're trying to present the parts of us that we believe are acceptable and hide the others. The thing is, we're all light and dark. Nobody is perfect. Literally, we're human. It's not possible. You can strive and be of pure heart, and the more and more you're doing that, probably the less mistakes you'll make. Where was I going? But I feel like we mask mostly because I go in rabbit holes sometimes, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Sometimes we mask in order to survive, and because like I was saying about there only being some acceptable parts of us, and we think that in order to not be rejected or experience abandonment, which we probably had those wounds, all of us, at least some point along our lives, that feeling, in order to avoid that feeling of rejection and experience that, we mask in order to be accepted because we want to belong, because to not belong would be the worst thing ever, right? But I feel like I've spent a great deal of my life trying to belong, and it's just never really happened for me. And I realized that what I want to do is just to be, and if I learn to be and not belong, and this is a message I got from a book which I'll talk about, maybe share more about another time, this whole belong versus longing to be, that in order to be the person I need to be in order to not just survive but thrive in this world, because I don't want to just survive. I've been victimized. I am not a victim, but I have been victimized, and I don't want to stay in that state. So how do I go from that point of things that I know are not right and injustices to and feeling like the truth is being hidden, and why am I not getting justice for the things that have happened, and whatever, that puts you in survival mode. I've been there, and I just refuse to live there, and so I want to live in this place of thriving. So how do we do that? We have to learn to live in as our authentic self, to be so comfortable in our own energy, even when we don't belong, even when we do feel rejected. And I believe that I truly believe we have everything we need within us, and that's why it's so important to, I believe I use the practice of my words quite readily and strongly to say things like, I call my power back to me, because I believe words are very powerful and activating. And if I am in my energy and I'm in my power, I don't have to take from you. And therefore I have everything I need at my fingertips, and I can create the world that I want for myself. We don't need to be fighting, and there doesn't need to be conflict, and we don't have to be afraid of each other. We have to be looking for the ways that we're similar, where we can come together in unity and build something together, which is, I think, a new earth, a new world, a new way of being, I think, is what we need. I don't really think that the people at the top really have our best interest in mind, and so in order for us to thrive, we have to get out of survival mode, and we have to come together. So the first step in that is it's what I think they call like throat chakra issues when I'm stuttering. But I know this message wants to come out. So the key is not to try to take that power from somebody else and somebody else. You have to restore that energy and power within yourself. Get in your own essence, get in your own power. It's not about having influence on other people. Just be you. And you will begin to see your reality change. And collectively, if we have that goal of restoring our own power, our own energy, protecting our own energy, protecting our essence and who we are and what we're about, and not letting anybody try to tweak that or change that or conform that to something that they think it should be, then we'll start to thrive. I really think we will. And I'm in that. I've been in a healing journey for a long time, and I'll continue and continue. But at some point, I do really believe that I will start to thrive, because I'm starting to plant seeds that are fresh and new, and I have uprooted things of the past that that didn't produce good things. You know, when I experience rejection or abandonment, that deep rooted in me feelings of insecurity and not being good enough, and it kept me stuck for a very long time. So I've been doing a lot of gardening, and so at some point I know, because I'm now planting fresh seeds, that things will begin to grow. And so we got to get out of that survival mode. First step is surrender. And maybe I'll talk more about my process of surrendering to like my higher power and my new understanding of that, of how to get out of that survival mode and to get to a place where you know that you have everything that you need in order to thrive in your own little world within. Really, it's about what's going on in here, not really about what's going on out here. But you know, we all want blessings. We all want, you know, to be abundant. I think we are meant to live a life of abundance, but we can't seek after those things first. We got to go within first. So anyway, seek to thrive, not just to survive. It's really possible. So I'm on that journey.